Má, cái này là 46, 95, 82, 87, 19, 16, 84, 89, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 20, 24, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25, 26, 27, 28, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 18, 19, 45, 46, 70, 80, 84, 85, 86, 87, 89, 15, 16, 84, 89, 85, 47, 48, 49, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Má, cái này con ưa dữ lắm. I always keep this because you know why? I really like it. You can actually eat this. Would you slice it very thinly? Oh, sorry. I haven't used this knife for a while. But my dad knows this is a butcher knife. And the way he sharp it with a big iron block or whatever you call it. And it just goes like this with hot water. Thread even. That means thread even by the sharper. When you thread even the sharper, you can also unprogram the decimal of 389 and 281, which is a formula in relation to your development. If there is an inner place to program the testifier, you can vary the controller of the right correction. In that way, once you program that, you can design in your own way. I always keep this because I used to be vegetarian. But má, chứ con thấy cái này ở nhà hàng á. When I went to a restaurant, some restaurant in anywhere, they actually use these. Yeah, they do. You can eat them, fry them. It's really nice. Anyway, 19, 26, good. See, tốn. Cái này là đúng không ạ? See, here's the shape for it. V. Can you see that? Oops, there. This one and that one. See? V. Variables. Something. See the shape? In that way, when you program the testifier, you can also position yourself into the correct contour of the element of inflow technology. Because in the correspondence of the network, you can program into the decimal of 2.5 and 2.6, which is an even order of a diaphragm. And each diaphragm you are degrading into the element of the design. In that way, if you program the testifier, you can, here you go Foxy, you can control the Unix system. When you control the Unix system, you will program into a testifier of a 8 degree and 24 positioned of a posture, and to somehow degrade into the element of the design. I'm not a chef, I don't really use knife. I don't know how you sharpen this, but chef know, my dad know how to slice veggies and stuff like that, because he's an expert in that. But anyway, 59.3 and 29.863, 48241, Unix the system, encryption, 5541, 26.58, 21, X2, X5, X3, X9, B, C, F, G, A4, B1, 6241, dot juvenile, no, jot, good, jot 21.5, 6341, 6248, and also in relation to the development of the nutrition compliance. When you have that, you will also have a correct contour of the element of the design. Once you feed into the element of the inflow technology, you will program into the testifier and guard the relationship to build for. If there is an evolution of the illusionist, you can also program into the testifier of A3B1 and A362. Mama biết làm cái này mà, this is bitter melon, I really like it. Next time I'll cook soup in relation to bitter melon, because I already have soup and I froze the soup. But I always say this because I'm trying to grow the bitter melon plant, the tree, or you know, the veggie tree thingy. And this is, I always go like this and save it. I don't know which one to grow. So I save these. So in that way, you can also control the Fury controller, or to message the component of the seeds. And each seeds, when it grow, you will inflate yourself into the army machine, and to guard the relationship for a householder, perhaps. But in time, the network of a program you can also design in your instrument to an orphan, and each orphan that you design for, you will degrade into the next orphan, which is a family tree in relation to the development of your guardianship, and to apply for the sequel of A341 and A346, which is a compliance of its maturity, and to understand the network of one. And in time, once you do that, you work together the relationship to build for and to share the guardian. Once you do that, you will perform your reference number, and also delay the destruction, and any destruction that it has. The USB 3.5 and the USB 3.421 is a correspondence of its network to comply for. If there is an impact degree, you will program into a testifier, and also to share the network of one. If there is a correspondence of the network, you can also control the element of the design. But in time, the network of the design way, you can also unpollute the desire of application fee, and to share the guardianship. When I worked at the French restaurant in Collins Street, you have to put your, this finger, the middle finger, like this. See, look, see? So you don't cut it. So when you go like that, you go like this, you just go like that, something like that. So that's what the chef taught me. See? Look. So put it like that. See? See? But I don't use a lot of this. I'm not an expert. But a lot of master chef, or whatever you call it, know how to use the knife a lot. So that's what I do. So my dad goes, I can't do that. Most chefs know how to do that. It's just your job. But anyway, in that way, you can also guardian the relationship to build the development of the inflow technology, and to hold on into the soft amount of data for its compliance. And in relation to its compliance, the network of one is a deletion of phase 8.3.4, phase 8.2.5, which is a perhaps syntax. Yes, that's what it means. Perhaps, or perhaps syntax. Because in time, I collect a lot of things. In time, when you have a perhaps syntax, you can also degrade into the element of the inflow technology, and to off out the amount of a program, and to share for. If this is a correspondence of the network of its compliance, its maturity is to understand the area of expertise, and to also off out the amount of data for its compliance before the network can share into a digital color, and also to fade into the fifth moon. In that way, the verbosity of your demonstration, you can program into the element of inflow technology, and share into the expertise. If there is a correspondence of a work mark, you can also program into the digital color of inflow technology, and to design in that way. If there is a correspondence of the network, you can design the intellectual copy tissue of Neil Cameron in relation to a plant, and each plant that you grade for, you can delete a certain amount of design way. But perhaps in time, you can also control the material for the Lunix penguin, and grade into the vector graphics, and to share into Watson Law, and also to police the guard the Andy Bochovich. These things are not available as yet, but in time, once you share the correct network, you will program into the digital color of the world, which is an intellectual copy tissue of Neil, my old friend, in relation to blackout, and also to design the black spot in relation to your infrared technology. But perhaps in time, the network of one is a design way, and to order the digital color that fade in and fade out in relation to build the developer, and fade out in relation to sentence the copy tissue of the artificial intellectual copy tissue, which is a ascendancy of syntax 834, 326 and 841, PHP, var, else if, and perhaps in time the timer can also be 9.2 and 8.2 milligram of the digital color. In that way, the phase of the element you can inflow the technology and to design into the Aplex, and each Aplex you can also degrade into the component of 3.8 and 2.1, which is a digital color in relation to your development and inflow the technology. This butter here has been with me for months and months and months, a long time. It has not mold and is really useful, and this is for my eggs, just a little bit. And sometimes I'll give it to my dogs when I stir fry their stuff. But anyway, based on the inflow of technology, the design will actually infiltrate itself into the digital art, and in that way the correspondence of the network is to comply with its maturity and to understand its verification. As each verification, you will need to out-tune the data of the digital art, and in that way the correct computer of the element, you inflow the technology in the application fee of 2.4812 and 2.486, which is a point even to order the digital color, which is a phase of element, and to inflow the technology. Hey Gary, you want to come here and cook? Fry your veggies. You like veggies? Oh shit, lucky. Ah, that's hot. Yeah, I just turned it on. You can fry that veggies. You can use butter if you like, or oil. It's your decision. So in that way, the compliance of its network is to share the network of 1.8 feed and 1.842 feed, which is a program of a digital color in relation to the development of the inflow technology. And in that relation, to build the desire, you need to fade in and fade out in relation to build the divider, and also to convert into RDN5341, SID, XML143, and SID, XP1829.84, and SID in relation to perhaps, but in time, the network of the compliance, you mature its age into the assumption of the order once you have the expertise of recognition. And in that relation, the designer will also phase in into the application, that's on, the application feed, and to share into the network of one, which is a correspondence of this correction, and to feed in 3.4 and 3841, which is the compliance of the network of a program, to digital cooling, color, the intellectual copy tissue. This is off now, and also to amount of time. The fade in and fade out is a design way, and to select your application grid, and to design the inflow technology, and also to map out the posture of position 82.4 and position 82.461, which is an intellectual copy alignment of syntax. And in that time, once you share the syntax, you will be sit into the table tree of the pyramid table, and to control the application form before and after. You cannot function the order correctly, because in time, once you network the application form, you will program into digital color. Good. Digital color in relation to phase 10 and 8.61482. It's not hot yet. Which is a component of 3.481 to comply with the network, and also to share into the expertise. if you realize the decimal of 2.824286241654621 9, 18, 4, 2, 5, 6, 70, 70, 8, 79, 52, 5, 10, 5, 8, 5, 9, 15, 16, 17, 19, 84, 82, 83, 84, 85, 15, 16, 42, 49, 50, 56, 57, 58, 59, 16, 17, 18, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 20, 24, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 30, 36, 37, 38, 39, 56, 57, 58, 59, 50, 58, 59, 50, 56, 57, 58, 59, 50, 56, 57, 58, 59, 50, 56, 57, 58, 50, 58, 50, 58, 59, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 30, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 10 xong, 14, 10 xong, 18, 10 xong, 19, 10 xong, 18, 10 xong, 19, 10 xong, 18. You can thicken the sauce, but I can't be bothered anymore. Sorry. Which is a compliance of its maturity and to understand the regulation of your pulse 8 3.4 and pulse 8 2.5, which is a functioning of the order to digitally color the intellectual copy tissue of the artificial intellectual copy alignment of time. But in time, once you even out the order of the digital color world, you can phase into the 1084 and 2. You turned it off. Yeah, you did. Oh, sorry, the front is high. Oh, that I turned it off. Sorry, wrong one. It's the back. It's the wrong one. That's why I put letter F and letter F in there, so I know which one's the front.
May you turn it on?
Yeah, it's on, but it's not on yet. No, it's not on yet.
It's from.
Yeah, but it's not high yet. Now I'll turn that one off, which is the steam thing. So once you order that, the function order of expertise is to realize the decimal of 55.9 and 55.68, which is a phase 2.8 syntax TTFGDD12 table and else if and table TB16 and TB19. In that way, the compliance of the network of a program is to share the network of a phase 824 and phase 10248. I just turned that off. Oh, you can see it. Which is a fluctuation of influence to share the maturity and to understand the node of area 2.5 and 2.6, which is an even order of a testifier, and to guard the relationship and to build the design. In that way, the phase 8 and 2.4 and 2.6 is in relation to build the design and also to teleport the phase of syntax. And each syntax is 13826482943, GF9, GF3, GF21182, indexing alignment of table wave, and to share into Telstra Airwave in a form of Syntel, and also to program the reverse mirror of a camera, which is 55.926.84 and 55.3 26.81 and 55.6 to 8.84 and 55.3 to 9.84 and 55.3 to 9.863 and 55.6 to 9.84 and 55.3 to 9.83 and 55.6 to 9.84 and 55.6 to 9.83 and 55.1 to 9.63. Just put it here in speech. And 59.6 to 9.84 and 55.6 to 2.8. It's just oyster sauce, normal MSG, a bit of salt and stuff like that. So in that relation, once you develop the envelope of technology, you will program into the digital color of the world, and in the development of the envelope technology, you will redesign the envelope technology, which is an even order of tests, and 8162 and 8341, which is perhaps in a time of sharing, you will program into the decimal of 2.4. This is leftover food from last night, which is 21.5 to 6.41. Huh? Oh, yeah, the lid. Yeah, you need to put a lid on it. The lid, get a lid. Yum. Just slipping out. Careful. Sliding out. Which is an ordering system of a transformation and to design into a element of the envelope technology. Because in return, nationally, the intellectual copy tissue is the element of envelope technology, and also to outburst the sith, yes, outburst the sith of the griblum. The sith of the griblum is the element of the elf to encase the study, and also to unwind the program of a tester. Because in return, nationally, the intellectual copy tissue is the element of the design. Once on 4 and once on 3, which is a sector 3.61 and sector 1382 and sector 1841 and sector 1836 and sector 1832 and sector 1821, petition 10.5836.284, and petition ascending Unix the system into the Plex. Gotcha. In that way, once you program the digital color, you can also phase into a decimal of 55.6 and 2.284. This mince and egg looks like a pizza, which is an equilibrium of a time sharing in relation to develop the envelope of technology, which is an 8-phase 3.4 and syntax into a filing machine by wave a format and to include the application form and to design application more, which is phase 10 and 83462, and even order the digital colorful world. In relation to your development, the envelope of technology will actually reverse itself into the 5th revision mirror and to NASA in relation to the planet Venus. In that way, the planet Venus is a program of a colorful world, and to color a Photoshop, you can program into a mono. In relation to the mono, the element of the mono is a simplex, and also to share into the flexible catalyst in relation to your development. That's what it means, my friend. To network into that design way, you will program into a tester and also to grade in 3.4 and 2.6, which is an intellectual copy tissue of the copy machine, and to share into the network of 1. If the correct compliance of 2.82 and 2.84, the component of a compiler will network into a program of a testifier. If you feel that way, you will work out the digital color of the world and into the compound of non-element of envelope technology. The compliance of its maturity is to understand its area of expertise and to realize the decimal of 2.61 and 2.84. In that way, the program of a tester, you can also grade into 2.85. Here, do you want to set the table up? Chili and soy sauce is finished, which is a compliance in relation to your intellectual copy tissue of a test card, and to share the network of a power in relation to physics and also to yeah, all the same thing, and also to program into a testifier to develop the envelope of technology and to design in that way. If there is a compliance in relation to your development, the envelope of technology you can share into its maturity and to understand the intake and to share into the guard and to develop the envelope of technology. If there is an uneven order of the digital of logics, you can also perhaps into police army and to share into the guardian to array the time off and array the time out. In that time, once you do that, you will comply with its maturity to understand the opening. Once you understood the opening, the element of the envelope technology, you will program into the next digital cool art in relation to logistics. And in relation to logistics, you also can component it into the application form and to mature its age into the function of the order. If in that time you will perhaps into a component of 59.43, you will reverse yourself into the democracy of the needed and to point yourself into the position of the area of expertise and to realize the digital color of the world. But in times, once you share that, you will formulate into a intellectual copy amount of time to share into the digital color world, which is a correspond. Oh yeah, you can put it on the table. Which is a reversity of the implics. And once you have the reversity of the implics, you will share yourself into a design way and to perhaps the syntax of PHP BB version 2.268 and PHP BB version 2.362 and PHP BB version 2.6841 and PHP BB version 6.284 and PHP BB version 4685, 4629.
Where's the soy sauce?
Soy sauce? Yeah. And back. And also PHP BB version 55.6 to 9.84 and PHP BB version 55.10 to next 2.84 and PHP BB 55.3 and 2.562 and PHP BB 55.3 2.468 and PHP BB version 2.4 to X212 syntax design torrent 3821 3826 torrent 55.6 2.45 torrent 55.10 2.984 torrent 55.3 2.8261 torrent 55.3 2.486 torrent 55.3 29.84 torrent 55.3 2.462 torrent 55.3 2x212 implexing the prolex conversion 84 and conversion 51. Quiet. Yeah, everything's set up. What's this? That's just appeared, which is a flex. Yes, it's part of flex and implic. For flex and implic, which flex and implic is in relation to forex for a time machine and to also code the system of the element of the design and to program into a test card and also to map the condition of pathology and to and to understand the maturity of the element of infrared technology, because in that way the design way is also to order the expertise of recognition for the pulse cell, and also to design into a non-element of infrared technology. But in time, the network of a program you can also share into its maturity and to understand the Aplex, because in relation to the Aplex, the math condition of a program, you will query the this when you query the coil, when you query the coil sorry when you query the coil, that see when you query the coil, gotcha. In that way you will program into the next digital color of phase 831 and phase 8.34, which is a compliance of the network and to share into the digital world of the intellectual copy tissue. 1, 2, 3, which is the correct contour of the element of infrared technology, and to design in the Aplex way. In relation to the Aplex way, the time sharing will be non-off to the element of design, and also to share into the digital color of the world. But in relation to Plex, the time sharing in relation to tax indexing by the tax agency is to network into the terminal, and each terminal that you guide, you will also control the maturity of understanding the applicable fee. The applicable fee is TT16 and DFGTD16 and 2928413. That is the grid system for the Forex. Japanese crystal stick. Complete. Enjoy dinner everyone, because it's my dinner time. Complete.